Welcome to the World News. Let's explore today's top international headlines. First, let's dive into what's making news around the globe.
Trump issues last warning to Hamas and Gaza. China declares readiness for any type of war amid tensions with the U.S. India eyes Pakistan-controlled Kashmir after revoking Article 370. Jaishankar India established full control over Jammu and Kashmir. Pakistan may face new U.S. travel ban under Trump. Pakistan and Afghanistan could be included in a new travel ban imposed by U.S. President Donald Trump. Trump issues last warning to Hamas and Gaza. Residents over Israeli hostages. U.S. President Donald Trump has issued a last warning to Hamas and the residents of Gaza, demanding the release of the remaining Israeli hostages. In response, Hamas stated that such threats encourage Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to withdraw from the Gaza ceasefire agreement. The report comes via Al Jazeera. In a social media post on Wednesday, Trump warned Hamas leaders, saying, "This is your last warning. You must leave Gaza immediately. You still have a chance." Addressing the people of Gaza, he added, "A bright future awaits you. But if you continue to hold the hostages, things will not end well. If you do this, you will all be destroyed. Make a wise decision." In reaction, Hamas stated that repeated threats from the U.S. president only serve to embolden Netanyahu, encouraging him to abandon the ceasefire and intensify the blockade on Gaza. Speaking to Reuters, Hamas spokesperson Abdel Latif al-Qanua said, "The best way to secure the release of the remaining Israeli hostages is for the occupying force, Israel, to commit to the second phase of the ceasefire and adhere to the agreed terms." According to the ceasefire agreement that took effect on January 19th, the second phase includes the release of all remaining hostages and negotiations for a permanent ceasefire. The first phase of the Gaza ceasefire ended last Saturday. However, Israel has refused to proceed with the second phase and has blocked all humanitarian aid routes into Gaza. Instead of moving forward with the second phase, Netanyahu's government has demanded an extension of the first phase solely for the release of Israeli hostages without committing to a permanent ceasefire. Hamas has rejected this proposal outright. Hamas remains firm on its stance regarding the second phase of the ceasefire. If implemented as per the agreement, Hamas would release all remaining hostages, while Israel would be required to fully withdraw its forces from the Gaza Strip. China declares readiness for any type of war. Amid tensions with the U.S., China has announced its readiness to confront any type of war with the United States, following President Donald Trump's tariff policies. In recent weeks, trade tensions between the two nations have escalated, with Trump imposing new tariffs on Chinese goods and China retaliating by increasing tariffs on U.S. agricultural products by 10 to 15%. In a statement, the Chinese embassy declared that they are prepared to handle any conflict, whether it be a tariff war or a broader trade dispute. The situation has intensified during the National People's Congress in Beijing, where Chinese Premier Li Qiang announced a 7.2% increase in the country's defense budget. Meanwhile, China continues to portray itself as a peaceful and stable nation while blaming the U.S. for engaging in conflicts worldwide. Analysts suggest that Trump's tariff policies may push China to seek new global trade partners, particularly strengthening ties with countries like Canada and Mexico. China has strongly objected to U.S. tariff policies and accused Washington of fueling the fentanyl crisis. A Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson stated, "China cannot be intimidated or pressured into submission." Despite officially allocating around $245 billion to its military, some analysts believe China's actual defense spending could be significantly higher. Source: CNN. India eyes Pakistan-controlled Kashmir after revoking Article 370. Jaishankar India established full control over Jammu and Kashmir by revoking Article 370 in 2019. Now, Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar has stated that New Delhi's next goal is to take back Pakistan-administered Kashmir. In an interview with British think tank Chatham House, Jaishankar said, "We are progressing step by step. First, we revoked Article 370. Second, we focused on development and social justice. Third, we held elections with strong voter turnout. Now, our fourth step is reclaiming the part of Jammu and Kashmir illegally occupied by Pakistan. Once we achieve this, the Kashmir issue will be resolved permanently." The Kashmir conflict, a brief history. The dispute dates back to 1947 when India and Pakistan gained independence. Jammu and Kashmir's ruler, Maharaja Hari Singh, initially chose to remain independent. However, after Pakistan invaded, he signed an agreement to join India. Following this, Indian forces launched an operation, pushing back Pakistani troops. Today, India controls 43% of the region, Pakistan 37%, and China holds 20%, Siachen. After integration into India, then Prime Minister Nehru granted Jammu and Kashmir special status under Article 370, limiting India's central authority. It also restricted non-residents from buying land. On August 5, 2019, the BJP-led government revoked Article 370, fully integrating Jammu and Kashmir into India. Pakistan may face new U.S. travel ban under Trump. Pakistan and Afghanistan could be included in a new travel ban imposed by U.S. President Donald Trump, potentially barring citizens of these countries from entering the United States. According to three sources familiar with the matter, the U.S. may announce such measures as early as next week. The sources, speaking on condition of anonymity, indicated that additional countries might also be added to the list, though specific details remain uncertain. This move echoes Trump's first-term travel ban, which restricted entry for citizens from 7 Muslim-majority countries. However, in 2021, President Joe Biden revoked the ban, calling it a stain on the nation's conscience. Meanwhile, Trump has praised Pakistan's role in counter-terrorism efforts in Afghanistan. In response, Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif thanked him, reaffirming Pakistan's commitment to working closely with the U.S. to ensure regional peace and stability. Sharif's statement, posted on X, came just hours after Trump acknowledged Pakistan's assistance in capturing a top terrorist linked to the 2021 Kabul airport bombing. Pakistan has always played a crucial role in the fight against terrorism, Sharif emphasized. Source: Geo News. Hamas accuses Trump of encouraging Netanyahu to violate ceasefire agreement. Hamas has accused former U.S. President Donald Trump of making repeated threats that encourage Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to violate the ceasefire agreement. The Palestinian resistance group has called for renewed efforts to establish lasting peace. In a statement to Reuters on Thursday, Hamas spokesperson Abdel Latif Al-Qanua said, "The best way to secure the release of the remaining Israeli hostages is to move forward with the second phase of the ceasefire. All parties must be compelled to abide by the signed agreement under the sponsorship of mediators." On Wednesday, Trump met with some of the individuals who were released during the first phase of the ceasefire at the White House. Following the meeting, he issued a stern warning to Hamas on his social media platform, Truth Social, stating, "No more delays. All hostages must be released now, and the bodies must be returned. The time for negotiations is over." Addressing Hamas leaders directly, Trump added, "To the Hamas leadership, now is the time to leave Gaza. You still have a chance." He also sent a warning to the people of Gaza, writing, "To the people of Gaza, if you do not keep the hostages captive, a bright future awaits you." This is not the first time Trump has threatened Hamas. Back in December, he warned that if hostages were not freed by the time of his potential inauguration, Hamas would face the consequences of hell.